Michael, we want to get back to the book. In the paperback, you have another new section. Explain that behind closed doors in 2017, President Trump discussed the idea of using a nuclear weapon against North Korea and suggesting that he could blame a U.S. strike on another country.
Oh, my God.
So, I mean, evolution.
Oh, my God, help us.
The evolution of the North Korea and the relationship with Kim Jong-un is fascinating. I was there in the DMZ when he stepped over the line to shake Kim Jong-un's hand, but that's 2019. Back in 2017, it was fire and fury and potentially a nuclear attack. Tell us about it.
So what I learned is that behind closed doors in front of his aides, Trump would talk cavalierly about using force against North Korea. And there were deep concerns about this because Trump was saying things publicly that were signaling the potential of military conflict. It's 8 days after Kelly comes in that Trump says fire and fury. And what happens is that Trump is saying privately what he's saying publicly. So if you're a foreign country and you know that Trump is saying behind closed doors that he is publicly, then you think, oh, man, what is he going to do? And I think the concerns in the West Wing at the time were that Kim, fearing that the United States was going to do something, may try and do something himself. Or a general who was working for Kim would try and do something that he thought Kim would want. And if North Korea were to do something like that, let's say they were to shoot a missile at the United States or into South Korea, the United States may be able to stop that, but it would set off a conflict that could easily spiral out of control. And Kelly knew that on one hand, you had Kim, who had was a dictator who had to appeal to his elites to stay in power, and you had Trump, who was as insecure a person as Kelly had ever seen. So he's fearful that these two people are going to set off a massive military conflict. And you have to remember, John Kelly is a 4-star Marine general who had spent his life studying conflict. He had studied war. He had gone to war. He understood the consequences of it, but he also understood the history of it and how these things could easily, a missignal here, a missignal there is the kind of thing that could set off a conflict. And what could he do to de-escalate that?
And you have to wonder which country he had in mind to blame if he attacked. Was it going to be South Korea and get South Korea attacked by North Korea?